Okay, so if I flip this guy backwards, flip it backwards, turn it sideways, and come over, cut it off here in the middle. I can do the same thing with the other side. And that's going to give me a full capture. And I still have enough at the top of the fork, so you know it's definitely a fork. Okay, so, all right. So let's just get these two back tines turned first. So I'm going to take my flat pliers again, and I'm going to bring that back. So I'm folding this guy backwards. And I'm going to use my small pliers. And I'm going to pull this one just like that. Do the same thing with this guy. Next, we're going to turn these like this, and hopefully they don't break. Okay. Next, I want to flatten these out. So this is a hard brown board. It's in the paneling section. It's really hard, so I don't have to tap against my anvil, which you can tell is obviously really scarred up. For this, I'm using a small ball peen hammer with a nylon head, and then I'm going to also use my regular hammer. Same to this guy. Make sure nothing's looking like it's cracking. All right, so we're good there. Get my hammers put away. Okay. So here's what we look like right now. Okay, so these arms are going to come tuck over. Get my stone back in there. Okay. So right now I'm seeing as these, so we have the stone in there. I think I want to come, I still need to come from the side so that it's captured. If I go over the top too much, it could slide out the bottom. So again, I'm just going to bend these out to where they're nice and sideways, making sure that I go slow so I don't crack the tines. So there, I'm pretty much even there. All right, so now here's what I'm looking at the bottom. Let's see if I can take these guys right up. There's the corner. I'm going to take and make my mark on the side here. pliers. I'm gonna bring that right over, and then where my mark is, I'm gonna bring that over as well. So I've closed off this side, okay? So now I have to slide it in from the other side. I need to put another mark on there. And this black permanent marker will come off with alcohol. So don't be afraid of getting some marker on there. What's going on here? There we go. I'm like, it shouldn't be that hard. So there, now I've got part of that over there. I've got the right angle coming from this direction. And next, I want to make sure that my stone is centered. And I want to make sure I'm holding the stone. And I'm going to push this tine here right down. I'm making a little mark. A little black mark right here. That's going to be where I'm going to cut. Okay, let's get our stone out of there. I'm going to grab my saw wherever it is. I don't know what size blade this is. It's probably a 3. Just a little block I made for my anvil. So I want to take this So I'm cutting right along the side of this tine that goes up. Just nice slow movements. Trying to keep it the same angle as the middle tine. So we just took off, this little bit. Now I'm going to take my little diamond bit here, and I'm just going to try and make this cut that we just made smooth. So I'm going to pull it out a little bit. Okay, let's switch over to one of our sanding discs, one of these guys. I just don't want any rough spots on it. And this one's almost dead. So, one of the things that I saw also was that this piece here, right here, needs to get twisted down to meet up with this. So, I twist it right there. So what I just did was I just curled it. I curled it down and I pushed it underneath so that it sits flush against the piece here. Okay, so it's nice and flush and it's flat against it, if you can see that. Okay, so let's put in our stone. Alright, so it's just a little snug there, so we're gonna tilt this in and I want to retest fit this. Come on, get in there. Okay. So, it looks like I made it just a touch too small. So what I'm going to try and do is take some of this extra out. See how there's kind of gap there? I'm going to see if I can bring that in and then bend it in. Because I only need like 2/16. It's really in there. I wonder if I... Okay. So, what I'm doing is straightening this back out. That stone just does not want to get wrapped. It keeps dropping. Here, diamond, diamond, diamond. Here, diamond, diamond, diamond. All right, I found it. All right, let's do this. Apron is in place. What I'm doing here is I'm going to take and try and pound this guy down. And this is again just my little ball peen hammer. Nothing major. Just trying to close that difference. whenever you're working with any crystals or any stones, make sure you're listening to the stone as you continue placing it in. If you hear crunches and things like that, you want to make sure that where it's making that noise is fixed, because it shouldn't really make noise. You want it to sit in there nice and even. Okay, so here's that. Okay, so let's start this again. I've got that curved in there. I want my curve to start here. I want it to be flat going this way, and then we'll work on this up here. So I need to work on making this flat again. Remember, anytime you go backwards, you want to make sure that you go slow. Okay, so I got that straight again. Okay, so there we go. I got that part right. This is nice and flush against the stone here. No, it's hard to see, sorry. And I have a little tip hanging over, so I need to mark that. Okay, so next we're going to turn this little piece here. Okay, let's hope that is right. If that is not right, this is where it's going to end up, and that's why whenever we adjust things, we hope for the best. So that bumped me out just a touch. I'm going to bring this right up. It's hard to think and talk it sometimes for me. Come on, get in there. All right, here we go. I'm happy now. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work.